Welcome to the August Game Dev Meetup. For those of you that do not know me, my name's Timothy. My first time hosting this event, so bear with me. I'm shaky. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for all of you guys being here. This is a great opportunity for us to network, get together, and spend some time as game devs and people interested in the gaming industry. So welcome, guys, and I hope this is not your last one if it's your first time. To start things off, winners do not discriminate, basically. So guys, understand this is a space for everybody. No racism, no sexism, nothing. Please, if you do encounter any of these issues, please speak to Kieran or speak to Stephen or speak to Kate. If Kate is here, is Kate here? No? Okay. Next one, the agenda for tonight. So we're gonna start with introductions and then we're gonna get into the community and community news, and then we're gonna have talks, 12 things we learned about running an indie game studio from Safe Dollar Studios and Jordan Chickson. Get some applause there. And Zansi Climate Justice Game Jam from Kolisi Kaba and Nompumelelo Mchali. And then after that, we're going to have our playtest pitchathons where you get to come up here and present your games. We've got 30 seconds. And then once you present your games, you can set up in the hall and we get the chance to playtest them. And cool. Next slide, your introduction. So this is a time for you guys to socialize. So please get someone that you don't know. I'll be honest. I don't do that. But please, guys, get someone you don't know. You've got 60 seconds. Let's go.
Nice to meet you.
Community news. Metavoidal released by Yellow Lab Games. Anyone here? So that released yesterday, so still fresh out of the box. So please check it out on Steam. You can download it on Steam. And then here's the website link if you want to play it. I'm gonna play the trailer now. Ooh. All right, guys, that was Metavoidal. If you're interested, please, let's play the game, guys. It seems very cool. Next one, Knights of Nevermore, released by Kai Crumley. It's an action roguelike game. Also got a trailer, so check it out. Let's see how this goes. And then we've got Super Disky FC, released by Disputed People Gaming. And this is a arcade football game. Football's my vibe, so I'm definitely checking this out. So it's available on itch as well and on Play Store. So yeah, here's the trailer. All right, guys, and last Saturday we had a girls' game jam of 2025. Basically, it's a mentorship program. Steve will talk about it.
Yeah, so a couple of companies, groups, Global Game Jam, Institut Francais, at St. Andrew's School for Growth and Performing Things, came together in an attempt to diversify the game dev industry. So we mentored 18 high school girls with like Scratch. I don't know if you know what Scratch is, but it's a pretty cool game engine thing for like really basic graphic coding. And yeah, it was fun. They made some games, they learned some stuff. Some of them might carry on being involved in the industry. So it's an initiative we made. It might become an annual thing. The winner will get to hang out at Playtopia. And that was that. That's the cool thing. Yeah.
Thank you, Steven. And then up next, we've got Ivy Josie coming up 13 to 14 September.
Missed the last 3 Josie events? We got you. Josie 25. The animation, film, gaming, and interactive tech event is back. Brought to you by Chocolate Tribe. Join local and internationally acclaimed directors, scriptwriters, producers, animators, VFX supervisors, and industry pioneers. From September 13 to 14 at Summer Place, Hyde Park, Johannesburg. Experience Africa's only free 2-day creative event. Let's connect, collaborate, and create at Josie 2025. For more information, visit avijosie.com.
Up next, we've got Press Start in Zanzi.
Welcome to Press Zanzi, the podcast where innovation, policy, business, and play converge. I'm your host, Bandile Putuma. On this podcast, we will be speaking to trailblazers, from government leaders, investors, to game developers and tech entrepreneurs, as we explore the power of the gaming industry to shape South Africa's future. Whether you're a policymaker, a tech visionary, or simply gaming curious.
And then we got the Free Life Jam Doll. This is where you can make prototypes and get money for it. So all you have to do is basically email them, pitch your game, and then make your game, and you get paid for it. So it's a fun initiative. Make games for fun and make money too. So please, if you are interested, here's the link right here. I think it's a great opportunity for us game devs. So let's do this. If you are very interested, please check out the link. Then there's Make Game South Africa. It's an online meetup. So that takes place the second Tuesday of each month. That's the Discord right there. So check that out as well. Then the D3 meetup in Durban. That takes place the last Thursday of each month at 5:30 at Vega La Lucia. And they host also on Discord. So if you want to check out the Discord, there it is right there. And we've got the Makers Massive Game Dev, so co-working space. That takes place from Monday to Thursday at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So Makers Massive Discord has more info. Did I skip a slide? Yes, I skipped a slide. Okay, so it takes place third Tuesday of each month, 6 p.m. And there's also an 8-hour game jam for, yes, so it takes place each Saturday, each weekend.
This is in Cape Town.
Yeah, takes place in Cape Town. Yes. So please check that out if you have the chance. And then there's Africa Games Week 2025 from the 1st to the 4th of December. And if you are looking to find more information, just type gamesweek.africa and you find out more about the event. It's the businessy sector of the games industry. So please, if you're interested, check that out. Then we got Playtopia from the 5th to the 6th of December. Artists, game devs alike. This is a perfect opportunity for us to gather. And if you're looking for more information, just go to playtopiafestival.co.za and you'll find out. And it's in Cape Town, by the way. So please be on the lookout for that. And if you can make it, it will be a great opportunity. And this is a link for any of the events that are happening. So if you want to keep in touch, keep in tune, scan the QR code right there and you get the calendar and you know about the events that are taking place, any upcoming events in the South African games industry. Are we good? Okay, perfect. Right, and then there's jobs, job opportunities. Make Game South Africa Discord has a opportunities list channel where you can look for jobs and also advertise jobs. So this is a good space for you to find out more about the jobs that are available in the industry and also just put jobs out there as well. And who doesn't miss the days of forums, guys? Is there anything else that anyone wants to speak about that we missed here? This is your chance to do so. Anybody? Oh.
Hi guys, my name is Tabo. I am from Space Alice Studios. I feel out of touch right now because I've been chasing clients, but we're hosting an event called Avi Josie. We're part of the Gaming Expo, so if you guys have a cool game that you'd like to showcase at the event, last year we had over 4,500 people attend, so this is a good place where you can showcase your game and get people to test and potentially buy your game. So please, if you want to exhibit, hit us up at Space Edit ZA on all social media platforms. Another event we're hosting is on the 13th of December. We're hosting our first game jam with the support of the GFC. So please follow us on Space Edit ZA on all social media platforms to get more updates. And yeah, we'll be working on a new game. Well, it's an old game. It's actually the first game that we worked on, based off of the Street Surface. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the guys that recycle, that push trolleys. But we'll be showcasing it at the next GameDev Meetup. So I'm excited to show you guys the game that has kept us alive for the past 6 years. So thank you so much, and yeah.
With the first talk, which is 12 things we've learned about running an indie studio by Safe Dollar Studios and Jordan Chickson. So give them a round of applause.
Yeah, I'm Jordan. I'm the project manager of Safe Dollar Studios, and we've just come up on our first anniversary of running the studio. So I thought it'd be cool if we could reflect on that and talk about 12 things we've learned in the past year about running a studio. This talk is aimed at anyone that is thinking about opening their own studio or anything like that. It's just so you start out on a better foot than we did. Cool. Okay, number one, be passion driven. For long-term projects, having motivators such as money or fame or any sort of general success like that can be sort of problematic because those are quantifiable goals. Once you reach those goals and hit those numbers, what's going to motivate you after that? We'd say that you should be passion driven because after you reach those goals, you'll still be motivated. And even if you don't reach those goals, you'll still have the motivation to carry on. When I say passion driven, I mean that you do it because you love it and you love what you do. Cool. Next point. Yeah, it's a continuous learning process. We've been learning this the whole time. It's okay if you go in not knowing everything you want to know. There's still so many things that we don't know how to do yet, but we're learning, we're learning. Yeah, in our view, it's a continuous learning process and it requires you to grow and change as you go along. You're just going to keep getting better and better. You'll think you know how to do something, and then like 10 months down the line, it's like, oh, I could have done this 100 times easier all this time. And you just keep going and keep going in that way. Yeah, next point. Consistency is everything, It's very easy to lose sight of what you guys want to do and what your plans are as a team. But you're all there to remind each other of what you're doing and why you're doing it. It's good to have a structure where you guys can meet as often as possible, maybe like at least 1 to 2 hours a week, something like that. We try to do that. I mean, we at school together, but like we try to meet at least 1 to 2 hours a week, just talk about what we got going on, remind us about that sort of stuff. But also just be like normal people with the people you're working with. Be friends with them because it strengthens your bond and still reminds you of like what your guys' plans are. Cool. Figuring out your team dynamic is like really important. We truly found our rhythm once we learned what our different strengths are and what our different roles are. And we just allowed each other to only do the things that we really care about or are good at. Like it's cool when everyone's doing a little bit of everything. And if you're a smaller studio, it's going to be like that for a while. It was like that for us. But yeah, once people get to just find their space and zone in on that, all your work just gets a lot better. Small side note, if you are struggling with something like this, book a session of Leader Forge with Two Name Games and Janet Dupree. Super fun stuff. And yeah, it's game changing, you know? Oh, yeah, get comfortable with being annoying. This is a big one. In your early days, no one is gonna see the vision like you do, you know? So you guys have to be the ones that like are constantly pushing yourself out there, always talking about what you guys are doing or what your plans are, that kind of stuff, posting it on social media. And you're gonna feel annoying. You're gonna feel like, oh man, I'm kind of like bothering these people talking about my stuff all the time. But if you don't do that, you're not gonna convince anyone that you're worth supporting. So yeah, just find the courage and get through with it. Like I hate posting on social media and just like being perceived in general, but you know, I understand that it's like a huge tool in showing people what you're worth. So yeah, build that courage up. Cool. Use your failure to your advantage. If you're anything like us, not every project you do is going to be a success. And you know, that's okay. There's been a couple projects where we thought, oh man, it's over. This is the end. But it's not over, and it's not the end until you say it is. You just have to have an iron jaw, you know. Just take those losses and use them to build yourself back up even better for the next time. Don't let your defeats consume you. Okay. Don't fixate on industry plans. I mean, plans fall through in our industry all over the place. Sometimes it's budget, sometimes it's scheduling, sometimes it's poor management. I mean, just look at the AAAs. Like Perfect Dark just got canceled last week. What does that say about our industry? You know, you just have to understand that this is part of the space that you're going into, and it can impact you even if you're on a smaller scale like us. You know. So we wouldn't recommend like you get the highest hopes, you know, like still be happy about it, but try to just go with the flow and make the best out of the situations you're in. This is what we try to do. This is my thing. Be good at communicating, because in my experience, being good at communicating is like half the job. When I say that, I mean that you're able to understand what your team is doing. You're able to relay it efficiently and clearly to people on your team or your partners. Because if you are a good communicator, it's, how do I say? It's not easy for things to become muddled up. You know, it's very clear and concise. Your team knows what's expected of them. Your partners knows what they can expect from you. And yeah, you can have the best games, the most intricately designed systems, the best art style. But if you don't have anyone that can like relay that to someone else, do you really have it though? You know. Yeah, get comfortable with multitasking. This one's a bit hard because like being able to work on multiple projects at the same time or multiple aspects of one project at once can like get you really far ahead. You can work really fast, but also it leaves you open to being susceptible to burnout. So you have to look out for each other when you're doing that. You have to make sure that everyone's managing the workload okay and no one's getting burnt out. Because once someone's burnt out, it's hard to get them back in the game, man. So try your best to use it smartly. But yeah, don't get burnt out, I guess. Approach every project differently, right? When you're in like a testing phase, you're trying multiple projects in quick succession after each other, and like your role is the same on each project. Try look at it with a different lens each time, because if you just go in the same way every single time, your projects are going to get a bit samey. If you can try and sort of rewire your brain in how you're thinking about what you're going to do for this project, everything's going to get a lot more unique. In a weird way, you sort of have to become like a different version of yourself that suits the needs of that project better for its completion. It also broadens your skill range, you know? This one's the best one. Don't fall victim to imposter syndrome. Letting yourself doubt and like thinking, oh no, I can't do it, or doubting what you're capable of, it's just gonna waste your time, you know? With enough effort and learning, you can do anything you put your mind to. But the first part of that is believing that you can do that. So for example, with Campus Game Jam 2024, we kind of didn't really know nothing about game development, but we didn't let ourselves believe that. We thought we knew, but we didn't know. And like, if you can like trick yourself into thinking, I can do it, you will do it. So like, if we let that doubt get to us, I wouldn't be up here doing this talk right now. So yeah. Ooh. Lastly, give back to those who give to you. Without this community, none of us would be a collective. So it's good to honor that community, you know? This means like engaging with other people in the community, play testing their stuff, helping them when they need help, just giving people the time of day. It's really good. But the most important part about it is you should do stuff for the community without thinking, how is this going to benefit me? You know, this community gives to you, so you should always give back to it. Yeah. And thanks. Yeah, that was me. I hope at least one of these points resonated with at least one person in this room. If you're thinking about starting something, I'd say go for it, because you never know what might just happen because you tried something. You can follow us at Safe Dollar Studios on Instagram and TikTok. And we're doing a thing called SD Season, which is a prototype showcase where we're posting a prototype every second week of the month until 2026. And we brought some stickers for you guys, so you can go to Ria or Connor or Jess or Ramiz at the back there. If you're interested in some stickers, you can go to them after this. Thank you, guys.
We'll take that from you. Thank you, bro.